I'm Paige Hayhurst, Executive Director of the Virginia Living Museum, here with a special installment of my video blog. I'm with Beth, Fugate, and Brenda, Finlayson, two of the travelers on our safari to Kenya. Well, ladies, we had an amazing trip. One of the great wild places, and what an experience it was.
It was.
Was it always on your bucket list?
Yes, it was a wild dream. I never thought I'd get there. So yes, it was definitely there for me.
I don't per se have a bucket list. I just am open to any adventure at any time. And when I saw the little advertisement in the Beacon that the Living Museum and the zoo were putting together this trip, I said, oh, let's check this out. So it really met and exceeded my wildest dreams.
Well, and you're an animal lover.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
big cats especially, right? Or everything?
I just like nature. I like to be outdoors.
Well, what animals did you
Outdoors
most
love.
want to see?
Anything that came my way was great, but absolutely the big cats were awesome, just awe-inspiring, and took our breath away, as you remember, just stopped us in our tracks.
Well, we were going to a chance to talk about some of those experiences. It was very rare to actually get to see close up a leopard. So talk about that experience a little bit.
I almost can't talk about it because I still relive that moment when that cat just came walking out in front of us, and we were stunned, and then the babies came behind her. It was I didn't get very good photos because I was too busy with my jaw hanging off my mouth watching it, and she was as unconcerned about us as anything, and that's what I loved. It wasn't like she took a look at us and ran like a house cat might if a stranger came along. So it was truly, truly the best experience was that cat walking out.
And we were on the hunt for her that day because we had seen the big four previously, and just were very curious about a hippo that we had seen by itself earlier, and wondering why was that hippo by itself and how did it get there. It came across that dry creek, and I was looking out over for tracks to see if there were hippo tracks there, and there weren't. And that's when I looked up and saw that leopard and almost fell off my seat and just grabbed onto the driver and was like, and that's when everyone just was astonished and took our breath away, like Beth said.
To see the cubs, and we were so lucky to see everything. That's what I've been telling people.
Yeah.
What did you see? Everything in their babies.
Yes. Yeah. And to watch her take them over to the tree where they'd be relatively safe and get them up that tree. You could see exactly what her plan was. Get my babies up the tree, and then I'll go hunt, because that was one of our late day hunts. We could have stayed there for an hour just watching. It was
Well, and
breathtaking.
we did stay for an hour when we came across that pride of lions.
Yes.
Big pride, 12 lions.
12!
And a giant elephant standing
The
in
bull.
the background, a bull elephant. It was like, we couldn't have set that scene up any better, and it was just fun.
Well, and you are a master gardener, Beth, and
Yes.
a birder.
Yes.
So did you
Taught us
have
a lot.
plants and birds on your list too, or?
I had hoped to see more birds than I did. However, the animals cooperated by standing and staring at us or laying in the grass. The birds weren't quite as cooperative. So I was a little disappointed that I didn't get more photographs, but I certainly wasn't disappointed in what I saw. And as far as gardening goes, I was not prepared for the lush tropical garden environment that I saw in all the urban areas. It was just unbelievable. I took a lot of pictures that don't mean anything to anybody but to me and another gardener friend, because look at that was growing in the pathway on the way to our room. Look at that. This was growing there. It was amazing. That was wonderful. That was a surprise. Well, at 6,000 feet, you don't necessarily think about tropical, but it was really a high desert in some ways, because they had the rainy season and the dry season. It was beautiful, just beautiful. For me, there was something to see everywhere we went. I was fascinated with the people. They were handsome and beautiful and very, very polite, and they were fun to look at and to talk to.
Kids were great.
The kids were
Kids were
great.
fun.
So much fun at the orphanage, and the excitement in their eyes, and just a little timidness to touch the baby.
Well, and their life has changed, part in conservation, and I was thinking everywhere we went there was a conservation message, especially the preserves, which was
Yes.
really special to see the rhino preserve in the north, and then when we went to the elephant orphanage especially, there was a really big message of conservation.
And people are taking action. They're a big part of conserving that land and
Right.
keeping it the way that can sustain the animals and nature.
What a gorgeous place and what beautiful people.
Well, what advice would you give to somebody who says they might be interested in that?
Eat peanut butter and jelly and oatmeal for a year if that's what it takes. This is something that's going to melt away.
Yes.
That we've seen, and we had a rare experience, and I would just say, do it. It's I mean, sleeping in a tent, everybody said, I can't believe you slept in a tent on the ground. Oh, no. We had
Wasn't that kind of tent?
flannel wrapped hot water bottles in our bed at night. It was just a fun experience overall, and it was the whole experience, not just the animals. It was getting there, the friends we made along the way, the animals, the people we met. The whole experience was just
Top-notch.
special. As I said, it was a before I die experience.
Yeah.
Well, and I think you have to go with a reliable outfit. And
Yeah, you do.
And being partnered with the Living Museum, and you guys was terrific and gave you peace of mind. You'll sleep when you get home. It's worth I mean, in the middle of the night when elephant herd was trumpeting for some reason, we didn't know what was going on, but
Right
jump
outside
out of
our
bed.
tent.
Yes, jump out of bed and try to find out what that is. You don't get that from Discovery or Nature on television when your heart is just beating, and
Yeah.
you'll never get that
Amazing-
feeling again.
Amazing experience.
And
Well, thank
so
you, ladies,
grateful, so
for sharing that with me.
Oh, you're welcome.
welcome.
Thank you for sharing
Call
the
us
trip.
again.
Yeah.